I'm not afraid of them breaking, but you never know. It happens. These are very delicate blades, so you just gotta be careful with them. Don't cut nothing too thick, like over here, which is what I used to do. I used to cut them all the way over here, just to make sure that they're I don't know, I didn't want to cut it too close to the runner. See, that's the one thing I don't like about these. They got this spring in here that likes to fall out when you open it a little too wide. Sometimes you can't control that kind of thing. There we go. Spring is back. Actually, let me check something out here. The new ones. I got a little chip in the old ones. That's okay though. It's not in a spot that's detrimental in the end, but whatever. Alright, let's go ahead and start this. Let's see. So I need C9 and C8. I'm always trying different things to see if I can make the process a little easier. And, you know, one of those things is, of course, owning God hands, because they're supposed to be, you know, the best. But I will say, let's see here. I think I was about to cut off a piece I needed. That'd be bad. But one of the things I'm always trying to find ways out of sanding, if I can, because I just hate sand. I hate sanding things, so that's usually my goal, is to avoid sanding when I can. That said, probably in my past videos, you notice I still do a lot of sanding, especially when I am trying to get it perfect, because I paint. Well, I don't paint. Well, I do paint, but I don't paint. It's hard to explain. I haven't really got a chance to do much painting, and all the painting I've done is mostly tests to see how things look, more so than painting the actual models, because something I've kind of realized as I've gotten deeper into the hobby is I don't necessarily love custom colors and stuff like that. Like I know this might sound like sacrilege, but I know a lot of people love the hobby because you're allowed to customize, you're allowed to do all these crazy colors and stuff like that. But a lot of the times, the things that stick out to me when I'm looking for which gunpla to pick up, which models I like, it's based off of literally just me being like, wow, that looks cool, so why would I want to change the color scheme? Now, it does mean though that I'm more than happy to paint in details, such as well, panel lining for one. That's a big one, which again, you know, I have plenty of panel lining stuff, and I actually have quite a few paints in case I ever do decide to start doing custom jobs and stuff like that. But I think I just need to be inspired more so than anything. So when that day comes, we'll We'll deal with it then. All right, let's see number 7. You know, I've been talking a lot about Gunpla lately, kind of reigniting my joy of doing it, other than this part where I dropped the pieces on the ground and have to find them. See you. There we go. But I go, you know, I've talked about it before, how I was really into it during the time when like Gundam Wing was out, and when it was brand new on Toonami. I really got into Gunpla at that time. I collected every model I could find, and I believe I had every high grade for the main show and for Endless Waltz, which that was fun. I really wish I hadn't gotten rid of those models, actually. Those are, you know, they're old kits, but I don't know. There's something about them that's kind of historically relevant. I don't know. But I miss them. I do miss those. I'm glad that Bandai's finally coming out with remakes of those models slowly. I wish they would put out more than 1 or 2 high grades a year. Getting Death Scythe next. Heavy Arms should be coming out sometimes this month. I love Heavy Arms too. Honestly, all the wing models, or all the wing designs. I mean, Epion is my favorite design, and you know, I have a master grade of that, and I think the master grade is the only version of Epion that I've ever seen be released, so I can't wait for them to make a high grade version of that one, especially because the high grades so far have been based on the television versions of those models, whereas the master grades are like little twists on the, well, they say they're Endless Waltz, but you know, they don't look like the Endless Waltz models either. Speaking of Endless Waltz, I'm pretty excited about the Wing Zero Custom that's coming out for master grades. The Ka. Is that how you say that? Ka? I'm not sure. But I'm pretty excited for that too, because I've been wanting to get a master grade Wing Zero Custom, but I heard that the original Wing Zero Custom was not great. Looks cool. I've looked at it, but you know, I mean, Wing Zero Custom always looks cool. I know a lot of people hate it because it looks too fantasy rather than military because of the wings and stuff, but I don't know, man. We're talking about a show where, you know, even in the original show, like Amuro had spider sense, basically. You know, I know they explained it away with science being like, oh, human evolution, this is what it's like when they live in space. So you're telling me that people can have like crazy psychic powers and have like psychic battles in space, but you can't have a Gundam with wings? Like, I don't know. I don't know what's going on up there. Let's see here. What am I missing here? Oh, I missed a whole section. Look at that. Alright, I need E13. Alright, here we go. E13, E12. Okay, I see you. Nope. 12. One of these days I'm going to fix the sensitivity on this mic. I swear, when I used to have this mic connected to my main computer, it was so much quieter. I feel like there's so much background noise. I don't know, maybe it's this room being kind of big and open, but could very well be it. Also, man, the gate is very, really gotta talk kind of loud. We're right next to the microphone. Let's see here. And I'm not talking like gate as far as like runners and stuff go. I mean, microphone sound gate is what you call it. Get the, basically it's the minimal amount of sound you have to make for your mic to pick your voice up. Maybe that's good though. It doesn't pick all my ums and uhs and stuff like that. It just picks up the main things I'm saying. Maybe you want the ums and uhs. Alright, and then one thing I hate about these, yuck, these clear plastic pieces is you can't really sand them. You can't. No matter what, you're always going to leave a little bit of a mark. But we do what we can. And that's what all we can do. Okay, so that was the piece I missed. So, like this. That. Looks like it's like that. Okay. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Not look flush. Why is it like that? Supposed to be like that? It's kind of weird, right? Guess so. Okay. And let's see. Guy goes up here. Oh yeah. And these go on this. Oh, I see, like that. Okay. Where? Like that? Oh, that's super weird, but it's not like I haven't built this model before. I should know this by now. Okay, look at that. How fancy. Wait, I'll let that go in. Get in there. There we go. Snap, snap. Alright. Build another one of those. Get the arms done tonight. So I gotta build, let's see, torso and legs together. This should be shorter because usually I have more pieces to build. I've noticed that the work stream best works when it's like head, chest, arms, legs, torso, and weapons. Though maybe if I wanted to make it instead of 4 streams, I could hey tight. I could narrow it down to maybe 3 streams instead of 4 streams by just maybe doing the weapons. But I don't know, I like to do things in order. Gosh, he's so loud. I just realized something. Probably echoing. I don't know. Hopefully that's better. I'll have to go back and check that. My voice before the stream started to see how it sounded, but I don't know if there's any way that I can do that without to hear that. There's probably a way for me to do it. I just don't know what it is. Oh, you know what? There is a way to do that. I do know how to do that, but you know what? I'm gonna have to do that. Oop. Another time because don't know. Maybe when this is over, I'll experiment with it. I use on my main computer. I use an XLR and a mixer with it. On this one, I just use Blue Yeti and a digital mixer, voice meter. I use voice meter with this, so that's part of the problem. Wow, really massacred this piece. Hold on a sec. Okay. Oh no, I dropped it in the garbage. I'm glad this is that garbage can is mostly filled with just like plastic and wrap and stuff like that. Looks like I have to go dig that out. You know, it ain't perfect. Man, I wonder how I did that. Didn't feel like I did it that bad, but whatever. Alright. Let's see. Right, I need the clear parts. So yeah, I was mentioning before that I've been trying different experiments to try to get out of sanding as much as I can. And one of the tricks I've been doing is, so, you know, I've watched a lot of tutorials at this point. And the thing about the tutorials out there, lots of conflicting information about things. Do it this way, do it that way, whatever. Because I find in general, probably most people just find the way that suits them best, and that's what they do. Which is totally fair. But you know, still, you want a little bit of, how I put it, feedback's not the right word, because you're not looking for feedback, you're looking for help, is what you're looking for. one of the things they always say is like when you have the God hands, to cut flush against the piece. Now, it's taken me a long time to trust that advice because, generally speaking, like in my experiences before I had the God hands, cutting the flush against the piece would almost always cause those like white marks and stuff, which over time you come to realize a little bit inevitable. And if you're really worried about it, then you'll just sand it, because that's really it. That's all you can do is sand it. But like I said, I fight it with all my strength if I can. I like these white suits so much because these white suits require, I feel like, a lot less than you. The thing is like, again, if I was more of a painter, obviously I'd have to sand every single one of these down. I mean, that's the other thing too, is another reason I'm not much of a painter is because I mostly do high grades. And high grades, while you can definitely make them look awesome with some paint, no denying that, I feel like master grades are the detail on a master grade sort of supports the idea of painting a bit more than the high grades do. High grades are fun just for building, you know. Master grades could become a whole thing. I think master grade's still the most popular kind of model in the hobby. I don't actually know. You know, as many high grades as there are, and you gotta think about it, like, they've been doing master grades for, I mean, they've been doing high grades for years and years too, but I should say high grade, Universal Century high grades. It's hard for, you know, it's funny because I believe that Universal Century high grades are the most common, or what's the word I'm looking for? I can't think straight. Universal Century high grades are definitely the most prolific, that's not a word, prolific version of high grades by quite a bit. I mean, like I said, I remember when Gundam Wing was popular, they just separated high grades by the show they belonged to. And then when they started doing the Universal Century high grades, I feel like they realized, like, oh, this is kind of like, this is basically can be our version of master grade or high grades. What I mean by that is master grade is all under one banner. You buy a Gundam Wing master grade or a Mobile Suit Gundam master grade, it's just a master grade. It's not a master grade UC, it's not a master grade AC, it's not a master grade 00 or anything like that. It's just a master grade. They're all under one umbrella. Whereas for years and years and years, up until, and even now, I mean, you still have Iron-Blooded Orphans. Iron-Blooded Orphans still gets their own brand of high grades. You know, I'll never understand that completely, because it's like you look at, like, for example, like the Iron-Blooded Orphan kits that I have done have all been really cool, and you know, they're always experimenting with the high grades. They're always trying to come up with new ideas for the high grades. Man, this is giving me some real issues getting it to snap in there. There we go. So what was I saying? Yeah, like for example, I mean, I was talking about this the other day, considering how many different kinds of the RX-78 there are, right? And most of the time, the reason they come out with a new RX-78 is because they've improved their technology or whatever for making high grades, right? So, but at the same time, you can walk over to, you know, the iron-blooded orphan kits, and for my money, they still feel like they're the most advanced kits. Now, to be fair, I haven't built like the Beyond HG RX-78. I haven't built the Origin RX-78, which I hear those kits are pretty impressive for being high grades as far as just like articulation and stuff. So, you know, I could be totally off base in saying that the Iron-Blooded Orphans kits are so much better, but man, just any one of those Barbados models are so good. I don't know how else to explain it. Like, they're just so good. They have so much range of motion. And it's funny too, because Barbados specifically is, every version I've seen of Barbados has been great. Like, it's hard to make. I don't know if it's just the shape of it or because of the way it's so thin, whereas, like, you know, normal Gundams got that big tank kind of look to them, where Barbados has a much more, how do I put it, maybe humanoid look. That's probably not quite the right term I want to use, but it works. I just mean, I guess that it can drop my knife on me. I guess what I mean by that is just here it is. Because it's not so stocky and blocky and, you know, like every other Gundam ever made, it has this full range of motion. The shoulders are round. Like, it's so round. That's the thing. That's the thing that's really interesting about it, is it's so round. So many round. That makes it feel like it's very helpful as far as just like articulation, and that translates into high grade. That is there a perfect grade Barbados? I don't think there is, but there. Ooh, it's a good idea for a high grade. You know, eventually though, the same thing will happen that happened to Wing Zero. You know, people love Barbados now, but as soon as they make like the third or fourth kit of it, everyone will hate it because, you know, another Barbados? We're so sick of Barbados. Which, I understand it somewhat. And 6. Let's see. You know, when you're sitting there and your favorite your favorite mobile suit isn't being represented, and there's 400 kits out there, and or well, closer to 300 kits out there for master grades, and you're seeing Wing Zero for the 4th time, or the RX-78 for the 6th time. I can understand why you'd be frustrated that, like, I don't know. I'm not super familiar with what master grades are out there, but you know, they should make a master grade Neo Xeon. Wonder how big that would be. Probably end up being like the size of one of those mega size kits. Speaking of which, and I don't mean this as a negative thing, you know, it's something to talk about. A lot of my kits I get from USA Gundam. You know, out of everything I've ever bought there, I've had some issues with I feel like I have to email them a lot and remind them to send like kits that I've pre-ordered, or like I've only ever had real two issues with them. One, and this is why I bring it up, I bought a hold on a sec here. I bought a Neo Xeon from them about okay, I guess bought a Neo Xeon from them June 2019, and I still have not received it. Now, when I bought it, said it was in stock. So this isn't even a case of something pre-ordered coming in. I'm waiting for it. This is a case of them straight up stating, yeah, this is in stock. Go ahead and buy it. And never got it, which is really frustrating. Now, one might assume, like, well, yeah, that's a huge kit. They probably like lose money on shipping on that. Well, sure, that's a possibility. And so it's like, they got your money, and they're just gonna sit on it. You're never gonna see that kit. But the thing is I've ordered from them many times before, many times after. And like I said, other than kind of feeling like I have to babysit my orders a little bit, I had nothing but good things to say about them, really. The only other time I've ever had an issue with them was, again, this is what's frustrating about it. It's not a matter of something being pre-ordered, right? It's a matter of them saying something's in stock and then not sending it. But I ordered a, it was a goof. I think they're called goofs. You know, I never actually heard the term used. It could be Gauf, I'm not sure. You know, G-O-U-F, the big blue mobile suit. Looks cool. Rambaral had one. Anyway, I'm always looking for early kits, even though I know they're bad. It's just kind of like, that's my collector mentality kind of kicking in there. It's like, oh, these are rare. I would love to get them, to have them, you know? So anyway, I think that specific suit, the one I'm talking about, was the 9th kit in the HG series, right? So it's one of the early ones. Hard to find. They don't reprint those a lot, especially ever since the revives came out. Anything that had a revive is basically just like, they just ignore it completely. Except for, they just re-released the original version of the RX-78 HG, which was really cool. I picked up one of those. But I assume that's because it's the 40-year anniversary or whatever. You know, like, the ones that don't have revives, like Gun Tank and stuff like that, they still print those all the time. You can find those, but like the Gaian and which is it? There's oh crap, what kit is it? I can't think. I'm having a total brain fart right now. But point is, a lot of those are hard to find. So when I see them for sale, I get very excited and I pick them up. So anyway, they put that one on sale, the Goof, or Gauf, or however you say it. And then it wasn't that suit, it was a different one. That was out of stock at the time, but it was back ordered. So I went ahead and made my order, and you know, I had to wait until the other suit came in as back ordered. It was the Denizen, I think it's called. It's Gundam Age, it's the dragon looking one. Pretty cool looking. I'll probably do that one pretty soon after I'm done with my unicorns. Anyway, so yeah, I ordered it, and then in the meantime, while I was waiting for the Denizen, I kind of kept my eyes open. I was like, okay, let's see what happens here, you know? And during that time, the Goof or Gauf or whatever, it sold out. I had this sinking feeling that these guys, and I don't know if this is true, but just because of the experiences I've had in the past, that like if I make an online order, I don't think that they pull it right away and set it aside. I think they still keep that stuff on the shelf until they get ready to send it. And I think what happens sometimes is they accidentally sell something in your order, which is, again, I have no proof of this, but it's the only way I can explain how something can be listed on a store as something you can order. You put it in your order, and then they don't send it to you. I mean, and it was in stock for a while. It wasn't like this was some like rare kit that like, I think I'm pretty, I don't know if there's too many people who collect Gunpla. That is kind of what I do. I mean, I love building them. That's the main thing. But there is a part of it that's a little bit of a collector's thing for me too. But generally speaking, I don't think there's much of like a collecting presence in the community, other than with like P Bandai and stuff. But you know, that's different. Well, so what I was saying before, the so yeah, my theory, like again, I could be totally wrong. I could just be saying stuff that's not true, and I feel bad if I am, but I don't know. It's so yeah, anyway. Like I said, it's not, I don't feel like Gunplot's really a collector's thing. It's more of it's modeling, you know. I want to build I want to build a car, you know. So I buy a Mustang, you know. There's no, what's going on here? Did I cut the wrong ones? Yes, I did. Oops. Shows what I know. But yeah, I think these are good. So I don't know. Again, it's conjecture. I don't know for sure. There was a little bit of part of me that's just like, I really feel like that's what happened. I feel like they just sold their stock, and then when my back order came up, they had already sold everything they had. So, you know. Anyway, so besides that though, that seems so off. I guess it's just you gotta get in there. All right. Oh wow. Okay, it fits. It just fits snug. That's good though. All right. So as I was saying. Yeah, and again, you know, I don't have any real proof of this, but you know, that's two times, you know, and I've probably made it over a dozen orders from this place, and out of the many orders I've done, only 2 got messed up. There has been other cases where stuff I've had back ordered that was mixed with stuff that wasn't back ordered. I had to, you know, email them and be like, hey, this is back in stock, can you please send me my order? Usually they'll send it right the next day. They definitely, their customer service is actually quite good. And you know, when I brought up the you know, hey guys, I ordered a Neo Xeon over a year ago, actually on the 1-year anniversary of me ordering it, I emailed them and said, hey, it's been a whole year, guys. You know, their response was, oh yeah, we ordered these and they never sent them. And not only that, but the guy I was talking to said, yeah, like, I ordered one of those and never got mine. So he said, if he even gave me, you know, he told me, he's like, hey, if you want to cancel that order, and that's a big order, Neo Xeon's like that's an almost $300 kit. He said, you know, if you want to cancel your order or whatever, you know, that's fine with us. I told him no. You know what? No. But I watch that website like a hawk. If I ever see that thing go up for sale again, I'm emailing them and being like, that's mine. And then It's weird though, because the Neo Zeon, like, I've seen this Neo Zeon in the wild. I almost bought it a couple times. It's just it's so expensive that when I did finally decide to get it, it was when I had the money to get it, and well, that fell through. I had another chance to get it at a convention, but it was before I really understood the rarity of some of these kits, and so I passed on it at the time. Not only that, I passed on it, and it was probably about, I probably could have gotten it for about $100 cheaper than what it cost at most stores, which I kick myself. But my thought at the time, funny enough, was, well, I don't want to carry around this giant box with me because it's a big boy. Which it was actually kind of dumb because I was actually staying in a hotel that was attached to the convention center, so I literally could have walked it up to my room and it would not have been an issue. But again, lesson learned. I knew. All right, and then being very unkind to these. I should be nicer to them. No, that's not good. It's gonna be real hard to tell which side the smooth side. So pretty. Alright. Anyway. It's funny because sometimes after you get done polishing them, they look better than the sides that are unpolished, and it's like, did I mess up here? Should I have done it? Should I have another way? Okay, so it goes this. I don't know why. You know, I'm doing it a little different this time where I'm changing the workflow. In the past, usually, if you can see on the instruction manual here, which you may or may not be able to see. Let's see. Oh yeah, crystal clear. On here you see some of these say ×2. That means that they want you to build the same piece twice. That means all the numbers are the same, all the runners are the same, just that there's 2 of them. So normally what I do is I just build it one at a time, just the whole thing complete one at a time, and then kind of repeat the process instead of just doing the 2 at a time like I'm doing right now. And because in my mind, I always thought of that as like, oh, that must, I feel like that's probably a faster process than doing it the other way around. But I'm actually finding this. Let's see, I've been streaming for about an hour. So, I don't know. Maybe I'm just fooling myself, but it feels like the process of just having everything, just doing it as it says, where it's just, okay, just build this piece twice right now. I feel like that might actually be faster than building them separately. And the only reason I could think that that could possibly be true is because you're not, oh no, sorry, I really, is because of, is because, I mean, you've already got all the parts out, you know. Therefore, you have to go digging for them every time that you want to do them. So that probably does eliminate a lot of just like time. Just that small little thing probably eliminates a lot of time. Not that this kit has a ton of runners, because it doesn't. It's only got six runners. And I'm sure that regular unicorn had even less, now that I think about it. Because in the end, this is just the same kit, but with pretty stuff on it. Colors, pretty color unicorn. See it all coming together. Yes, I'm going down the wrong pipe. It was air. Air went on. Hate that. Oh, why you coughing? Why you choking there? Because breathe good. Novice breather. Oh. I feel like I am really just being way too aggressive with this tonight, and I'm not sure deal is. Whatever. These are all things that will be hidden from view, so it's not a big deal. Let's see. So once. That don't make no sense. Oh, I see what I did. Sounds like some like Sims building music. Never mind. Nope. Oh, okay. I wasn't feeling too good earlier today. Amazing how the whole process can kind of chill you out to the point where you're like I'm tired. I'm gonna go sleep. That's the point. As a way to de-stress work. First started doing it again. Basically, I just come start building. You know, don't do that anymore. Not because I want to. Other stuff gets in the way. I think I've been trying to stream more often. Not for any other reason other than no reason not to. You know, not that I want an audience or anything like that. Perfectly happy remaining, you know, mostly anonymous. Share what I love. And, did I forget to put a piece in there? Oh no. Oh no. Alright, where are we at? What did I forget? I forgot to put a number 9 in there. Alright, just Can I squeeze it in there? No, this has got to be taken apart. Okay. Luckily, a lot of these parts snap off real easy, but there's one part that I know is going to give me some issues, and that's this part right here. But that's why I got this bad boy. A good spot to put it. Yes, I see. Yeah, man. My life was so much worse before I bought this. I mean, there are other ways. I have a chisel exo or exo. Oh my god, why can't I think of the knife brand? That's right in front of me. X-Acto. I have a chisel X-Acto knife that I used to use to do that, but the problem is with that is that chisel, like you end up chiseling part of the kit when you do that, which is that's not fun. Don't feel good about that. Oh no way. I'm glad that I'm glad this thing exists so that way I don't have to accidentally ruin any pieces. It's still got a sharp edge on it, but I think I know it doesn't do it. It doesn't. I mean, there's no other way to say it other than it does its job correctly. It's working. That's weird. Yeah, on there. Sitting nice and flush, and the other one's kind of hanging off. Really, there's no reason I can see why that is. And then, maybe... That probably fixes it. Yeah, there we go. Neato. Great. There we go. 2 arms, mostly done. Let's see what's left. Okay, now hands. $14 and $16. That don't look right. Because that's 13. That's okay, I'm sure I'll cut that right out in a second anyway. C1. You didn't even say first this time. You're gonna get those veggies if you don't say first. What I didn't do. Definitely the one I did. All right. Oh yeah. Okay. There we go. That. It look like a Gundam or something. Gundam. What? Oh, I need that too, huh? Let's pull that back out. There we go. And the other piece I didn't realize. think this is it for tonight. These last couple pieces here. Boom. That looks like 2 fully made arms. So what do you do with those? Look at that. One step closer. All right. Well, like I said, that's all for tonight. So next time it'll be legs and torso. And what did I say? I was thinking about doing weapons tonight, but where are his weapons at? Yeah, I'm not gonna do the weapons. We'll do them. Here we go. Put everything away. Ready for the next time. And that is it. So, see y'all later.